That's all it takes in boxing in general. But the chances obviously increase the heavier the guys. And round one is about to commence.
Seconds out, first round.
So here we go, 1 of 4, and immediately Armz switched to a southpaw stance. So Minikon Joe just stands in the middle of the ring. He's been cool the whole time, hasn't he?
Completely, and you've got to think at some point this act or almost bravado of composure is going to give out, and he's got to step on it because Armz is going to deliver some serious blows eventually.
Either we know something, or Minikon knows something we don't, or he really is being very too laid back with this. Armz is moving around outside of the ring right now. I don't feel like he needs to. He can slow his feet down and start to let his jab go. A bit of unnecessary.
Yeah, especially as Minikon is stood there just waiting, but maybe in the back of Minikon's mind is something he said before the back is he's got to work all those muscles for 4 rounds.
Just good double jab there from Minikon to put Armz Corleone on the back foot.
And you can hear the thunderous impact of these guys on the ring. They're the heaviest guys I think I've ever seen in my life. They are, the way they're moving around, the way they're commanding this ring, and they're ready for a blow.
I think Minikon is really playing mind games here with Armz and saying, none of that worries me, I'm not frightened, I'm not intimidated, and when I get the opportunity, he does push forward.
Good counter shot there from Armz as he slipped 2 punches off the ropes. They need to, the distance between the guys is too large right now, so no one's going to be able to take the advantage in this fight. Someone needs to close in range, and they can let their hands go. Good 1-2 there, just like that.
Warned about the back fist there, Minikon, as Armz stepped in. Minikon thought the round was over, and then Armz comes in. All the referee was saying to Minikon is don't use the back fist.
I don't know where he went. You know, obviously inexperienced.
Oh, that was a collision
shot there from Armz.
It's heating up now, Joe. They're beginning to, as they're getting that range now, stepping in that little bit closer.
Exactly, and I think they both tasted the power of one another, and they're aware that if they do rush in and make a mistake, it could be lights out.
They're definitely finding their range towards the end of the round there. That was the first round. He got 4 that they're going to get through. Well, max. So they're finding range. I don't know if we'll see the final bell. What's your prediction, Joe? What do you think?
I think eventually one of these are going to connect, and surely the jaws of either guy cannot take the power that will come with it. What you've got to think is at this point, what goes through the head of each individual, knowing that opposite them is a guy that contains so much power that they could just switch off their brain in an instant. Do you step forward and try and get there first, or do you try and take a step back and evade the oncoming attack?
Picking up on that, what do you think of that opening 30 seconds from Minikon, where he motioned just stood there and said, come on in?
I'm not sure. I feel like Armz also gave him the opportunity to just stand there because he was moving on the outside of the ring, out of the danger zone. Some good punches landed, you see in the highlights there towards the end of the round. And let's see what round 2 brings.
Well, they've had a good feeling out process, and as Joe said, they felt, I think, at the end of that round, the possibility for the power that could be unleashed here. And for me, it all depends what range this is going to be fought at from now.
Exactly, and what I'm seeing in Armz is a bit of balance going. I think when he throws, because he's got so much weight in his upper half, it almost tops him over and he loses balance. So every heavy shot he throws is almost, he has to take a moment to reset.
He's got so much power. You can see he's got so much power, but with all of this movement and the lack of being grounded when throwing his punches, we're never going to see it.
I also want to pick up on something you said earlier. I feel at the moment, even with that jab as a throw, he's throwing it out of range. He needs to be a step closer, maybe a 4 step closer.
He landed a good straight left there, but Minikon immediately responded with a good straight right. I feel like both guys, when one lands, the other's landing. Whoever can make the change there will take the advantage in this fight.
Centre ring for Armz. Intent on his face. The look he's giving, he's so focused here, Joe. You just feel that if he gets that extra foot in, that extra closer to that range, the power would really tell.
And there we've just seen it. He may have touched the back of the head. However, that was an example. If he sets up his shots, he can get in range and deliver some hurtful blows.
He actually switched stance before he landed that big shot there as well, and he switched stance again right here. But you don't want it to be pointless. You need to switch for a reason. Let's not just throw one leg in front of the other.
And again, he's showing he's light on his toes for a big man. But I still feel at the moment for both of them there is range issues. And again, Minikon talking about the back of the
That was
head.
definitely a shot to the back of the head. Minikon doesn't look like he's been hurt by any of Armz's punches, as big as Armz is, and he's, he's connected. Minikon seems pretty okay with taking the shots, and that, keeps the fight competitive.
Joe, as I mentioned, the fact that they don't seem to quite get the range right at the moment. The big men, that's so vital here, that some of those big shots, and you mentioned the way his upper body almost tilts him, I just feel they need to get that range right to maximise that power.
Exactly, and this is where experience comes in. It's all good having the muscles, and here we're seeing in the replay where they have connected and got in range, but that experience of coordination and manoeuvring your body in a boxing way takes time to condition. You can't just put on a load of muscle or just do a load of running and expect to be able to fight. It takes time.
And Vidal, you said you don't think that Armz needs the amount of movement he's showing.
No, excessive movement is actually counterproductive to what he needs to do. 2 shots from Armz to the back of the head that round. If you watch the highlights, but hopefully he can get some power in those shots, but on the target area.
3 or 4. And both men still there in this huge heavyweight clash. And it's Minikon pushing forward, but as he pushes forward, the looping right hand just missed. There was air there. They really
Pressure
picked
shot
up the
by
pace
Minikon
now.
as he's marching forward. The action has really begun now in round 3.
I don't know what the corners have said, Joe, but a totally different attitude from both men in round 3.
Both men have begun exchanging.
It's what we want. It's what we're here to see. We want to see these guys open up. The excitement from heavyweights is the fact that they contain that power, but can end it with one hit.
So they've stepped up the pace, they've stepped up the power, the bombs have started to be thrown. And there is real intent now without in this third round.
There is real intent. The fatigue is also going to start to set in as the pace has increased. But now we see who's done their running. Now we see who really did live like a boxer in camp.
And we see Minikon taking a deep breath. He's feeling the pace. Will Armz be doing so as well? You'd think so.
But I think Armz has worked out that range difference now. He's beginning to connect more heavily and with straighter punches now. Just like that.
Just like that shot there.
I think he's setting up his shots with this almost weird dance move type shuffle, and then he's getting in range. It's an interesting, unorthodox way of doing things, but it's working.
Minikon there was not trying to engage in the clinch. Good shot from Armz. He was wobbled. Armz was trying to hold on as I think fatigue is setting in, but Minikon was not trying to let it happen. And there's 2 big shots again coming in from Armz. Good job from Minikon. The action is definitely happening right now.
Joe, they found the range and now they're testing each other.
Exactly, it's exciting, and Armz, he's taken this round clearly for me. He's finding a bit of swagger with his movement. I believe he's comfortable in there, like you say, he's found his range. And is that the fight, or have we got one more round to go?
One more round, Joe, don't worry. We've got you covered.
Good.
But now, picking up on what Joe said, big round finally for Armz, we feel, yeah?
Big round, Armz needed that. You see there's a nosebleed coming on Minikon now as well. So he landed some clean shots, but still he needs to slow down the movement. I hope his corner are advising him to slow down the movement, because he could land a lot more punches. Watching the highlights here, he's landing shots that are off balance. If he just holds his feet and lets the shot go, the effect will change dramatically.
Joe, picking up what Vidal said, I want to pick up something you said earlier, because you feel the way that he changes that distance. He said it's almost like a dance.
Yeah, it's this kind of shuffle that he does, and obviously to his opponent it may seem like he's about to do a shot or something, and that's why it throws the opponent off guard. But it's working. If he was against a more skilled opponent, whether it would work I don't know, but it's working for him here, so may it continue.
4th and final round, and who would have thought that both men would still be there, but they are. And with that in mind, Minikon still has a chance here.
Whoever can deliver the straightest punches will gain the advantage in this fight. That could be the difference between winning and losing this fight.
And there we see it again, Armz Cologne shuffle. Corleone shuffle. He loves it.
Good straight punches from Minikon, and you can see getting the advantage, showing a big uppercut there just as they broke from the clinch. And if there's more, we can see the tide of this fight really change.
Well, the thing is, Armz is just beginning to tire, and so his punches are slow.
Big uppercut from Minikon and a right hand to follow.
Because he's allowing Armz is allowing him in now with that fatigue, and Minikon is picking up on that slower nature.
Exactly, they both look tired. They were led right in front of our commentary table here, there, and you can see the look on both their faces. It was like, I don't know how much more work it's
Big right hand from Minikon. And Armz is fatigue butts battling.
This is what we wanted, toe to toe. The shots are coming with fatigue, and they're both staying in the pocket. The strip throwing.
Here we go. There's 45 seconds remaining in the final round, and we have a war. Both men are standing toe to toe, letting their arms go, letting the bang swing.
And you're most dangerous or most vulnerable when you fatigue, Joe.
Exactly, I mean, we're seeing the defences of both these guys. It's non-existent. They're just swinging. It's all out attack. You can see, look at their wincing on their faces. They're so tired, so fatigued, but that will to continue and try to win is absolutely incredible.
Armz is literally throwing his tank is empty, but he's standing. And he's going to see the final bell. Both guys have left it all out there. Good uppercut from Minikon. Well done, good shot. And that is what we have come to see. That is the fight that we needed. After all the trouble that's been happening tonight in between, we needed to see both guys leave it out there, entertain the crowd. And as you can hear, they are all clapping, standing ovation. Amazing.
Anthony Joshua loving it as well, alongside Derek Chisora. Unbelievable that they're here, but like you say, Vidal, we needed that fight after all the commotion. Both warriors putting it all on the line, and may the best man win. How do you have it?
I believe it's an Armz win, but again, it's one of those ones.
It is close. I agree with you, but what I do feel is we talk about the fight. It's because Minikon stayed and traded. He wasn't intimidated.
Not by any means, you know, looking at Armz, it's easy to be intimidated. But Minikon had such a laid-back character. He didn't even allow him to put it in his mind, oh, look at the size of his arm, look at the size of his muscles. And he just fought him like how he would always have planned to fight him. So credit to him.
He comes forward here, Joe. Look at this.
Yeah, it was effective because he had these, as you can see, straight shots, whereas Armz was more swinging, they were more hooks. The straight shots just going through to Armz's head. It was effective and it worked for him. And late on, the way we saw him step up the gas, Minikon, I thought, wow, he may actually have Armz here. We could have seen a stoppage, but fair play to Armz for hanging in there and delivering shots of his own.
Well, Vidal and I have both possibly just come off the fence in favour of Armz. Do you see it possibly differently?
I mean, I feel Armz probably has edged it there overall, but look, the judges may be thinking about what is most recent in their memory, and that is what happened later in the fight, and that was Minikon stepping on the gas, connecting with uppercuts, and yeah, doing a lot of the work.
You know, body language is a big thing as well. You know, when you're in a close fight like this, it's important to walk around the ring and put your arms up and encourage the crowd to say, you know, no, we think you won, you know, but right now the body language of Armz is like, oof, I'm glad that's over. Little things like this can play with the judge's mind, so it's important to keep that there.
Because, as Joe alluded to, Vidal, when it's a close fight and you're undecided, last 30 seconds could be absolutely vital, can't it?
100%. And I feel like it was a big last round for both guys. I'd say Minikon landed the cleaner shots of the exchanges, especially the beautiful right uppercut at the end. And I'm just, I'm excited to see what the scores happens.
Well, as you both said, the great thing was it's brought us right back on track now. The crowd loved it. The atmosphere's changed, and for the better. And great sportsmanship. And as you said, Anthony Joshua there clapping as well alongside everyone else. Just what we needed at just the time we needed it.
For sure. And I think whether these guys know it yet, they're so tired. As you can see, Minikon leaning on the ropes. But yeah, they've done this arena proud, and they've delivered exactly what we needed.
The respect is there, and we always like to see that after the fight. Let's all get nervous for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for both warriors. Come on! After 4 rounds. We go to your judges, scoring about 40-37, 39-37, and 38-38, declaring your winner by majority decision in the red corner, Armz.
Majority decision. It was a close bout overall if you look at it, but I still feel overall the right decision.
I think it was the right decision. You can see how fatigued Armz is right now. He's literally laying over Minikon. Minikon doesn't look too, into it right now, but he's got the win and he'll feel really good because his last time out, he took out.
I believe Armz has refused an interview. I don't think he's well.
I hope Armz is okay. We're saying how fatigued he looked, but hopefully he's... Honestly, he looks very limp right now, and I hope he's okay.
Well, that is a lot of muscle to carry through 4 hard, intense rounds. It might just be that. There's dehydration factors. I think it's because of everything he's put in. And we did say, what a monster of a man. That all plays its part.
For sure, and you talk about the preparations of fighters warming up backstage and the delays that we've had. Adrenaline going through these guys' bodies for the amount of time that they have. When it dumps, it can wipe a guy out like this.
He's receiving medical attention now, so hopefully we get an update that Armz is okay shortly.
Yeah, they're just giving the oxygen there. He put everything into that bag, and as we said, we were all saying beforehand, what a monster of a physique, what an incredible... That's a lot to carry for 4 rounds, and it wasn't like he carried it in just about... They really went hard at it. Here we go, guys. As we said, look, this is what we're talking about. 2 big men toe-to-toe for the full time, giving the crowd just what they wanted. There's the back of the head you mentioned.
A few of those shots are back of the head in this fight, but that's because he's not looking where he's punching. His stance is wrong. Of course, the punches will be off target.
But Joe, all credit to Minikon, not intimidating, and actually, overall, when he did punch, the straighter puncher of the 2.
Exactly, and I think, look, anyone in this arena, if you were told stand toe-to-toe with Armz, you'd run a mile. So the fact that he's stood up there, he's gone toe-to-toe, he's thrown for himself. Look, he's had success. He may have not got the win. It was equal. It wasn't a complete dominating performance by either fighter, and I think both guys should be proud.
Both guys should be extremely proud. Minikon, I know no one gave him a chance. He came out, as there was actually a point in the first round where he punched himself in the face, but he still was there, and he was still fighting. And look, Armz, the win will mean so much to him. I'm just not sure he can express it how he wants to right now.
Could we clear the runway, please? Could we clear the runway, please? Thank you. Can we have some room on the runway, please? Everybody, please clear the middle of the runway. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, once